Hey everybody. Just checking the right place here, hold on. So happy Friday. Nice fun workout for you today. It's going to be short and snappy. We have 4 rounds of 3 exercises that we're going to do twice. As always, only take part in this if you are in full health and have no injuries. So we'll just give it a wee second, let a few more jump on and we'll get warmed up. So what you will need for today's workout is, as always, a mat. A mat, and if you have a kettlebell or 2 dumbbells, because we're going to do quite a bit of arm work in this as well. So when you are ready, we will take it on your toes, make sure your windows are open, make sure you've got water, and when you're ready, we will get started. It's going to be a grey, drizzly morning, so take it onto the toes. Okay, jog it out. Again, I just want to fix this camera. I always misjudge my height with this. So when you're running on the spot, keep the knees nice and soft and keep the feet light. Jumping jacks. Forward and back. Back to jacks. And bring it back to a jog in the spot. Speed it up. And stop. Circle the arms. Change direction. Get a nice big movement into that shoulder. Arms out. 3 of these. We're going to diagonal the arms. Again, 3 each side. Widen the legs, circle the hips. So again, keep the heels on the ground and allow the stretch to go in to the hips and then to the groin. Nice deep breaths. Change direction. Come to a squat position. And then push the bum up into the air and stretch out the back of those legs. Same again, keep the chest tall. Push it up. And last time. Use the elbows, slight rotation of the knees. Into plank position. Bring the hand and foot together. So do 3 each side. And when you're done with that, go onto the floor. Bottom leg is straight, top knee is over. And you're going to rotate from here, back and open. 6 each side. Change sides. And when you finish that, go onto your back, and you can either do 12 with the legs like this, or you can do 6 each side. So push the pelvis towards the ceiling and down. Squeeze up, squeeze the glutes. 6 each side. And bring it up. Now, so we are going to start off with our first round. We're going to start off with single arm row. So again, you'll need your kettlebell or your weight for that. We're going to then go into a walking lunge, and then we're going to finish off this round with a squat thrust. And we're going to do that twice. Okay, so when you're ready, now, if you're using, whichever weight you're using for this, set it on the ground nice and carefully. So we're going to do the right arm first. You put your left foot beside the weight, right foot big step back, lean forward onto that knee with the left elbow. Make sure your back is straight. Reach down for the weight carefully and bring it back towards the pocket, down towards the foot. So when you are ready, we will start. 3, sorry, come on, you got 3. Give me 5, there we go. So get yourself into position. 3, 2, 1, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we bring it back towards the pocket. You keep the back straight at all times during this. If your elbow's going towards the ceiling, you're in the wrong position. So your elbow should come back towards the wall behind you, and your shoulder blades should be squeezing at the top of this movement. You're halfway. Keep going. Bring the foot or the weight back towards the foot. Keep the core nice and tight. Got 10 seconds left. Keep the back straight. Keep the head up. Keep the chest tall. Keep the back strong. Well done. Carefully set the weight down. Let's go into our walking lunge. So with the walking lunge, you can lunge on the spot if you wish. Some people have issues with knees, but with the walking lunge, we're walking, depending on space here, if you've got room, go across and back. If you don't, just step down in. So you're going to step down and up. So don't take too big a step or you won't be able to get back up. If you're doing the lunge on the spot, just go down and back up out of it, okay? When you're ready, 3, 2, let's go. So we're starting here, and it's step, together, low, together. Keep the chest tall, okay? Switching the feet each time. Down, up. 1, 2, turn. Down, up. 2, 3, depending on how many you can do space-wise. I'm aware I've got out of the camera on here. 2. If you take too large a step here, it's very difficult to get back up out of it. So keep it nice and controlled and small. Get another few in here. Come on, let's go. Keep the chest tall. And tight. Well done. Bring it down onto your mat or onto the floor for your squat thrust. Be careful if you're using a mat, because sometimes the mats can slip here. As I discovered one day last week when I fell on my face. So when you're ready, we start this in the plank position. We bring the bum up into the air and the feet in towards our hands slightly and back. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 1, 2. So continue on with that. If you find that difficult, do it off a raised surface. So start here, take a step back, in, out. When you've gone that far and you're confident with that, go to a lower surface and do it from here. And again, once you've gotten to the point where you're confident with that, you're back to the floor and you're controlling your movements. 3, 2, time. Well done. Grab a drink. We're going to do that again. tomorrow morning. Now, so again, set your weight down. And we're going to do the exact same thing again, this time with the other arm for your row. So you're putting the right foot beside the weight, stepping back with the left foot, down into this position, reaching for the weight and elbows going back. Are you ready? 3, 2, let's go. So you should be in position already. Down and elbow back. So I was saying about the shoulder blades earlier. You should be squeezing them at the top. So when you're in this position, you should feel the shoulder blades at the back. Low, core tight, back towards the hip. 1, 2. And this is also going to work your biceps and your triceps and your core. Keep it nice and tight. Imagine someone's going to tickle your tummy. You want to keep that core nice and engaged. You're nearly there. Keep going. Stay tall. 3, 2, and time. Always be careful setting the weight down and stepping out of your position. Straight into the walking lunge. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Step together, step together, step together. If you have difficulty with that, continue on with that. Otherwise, step, go back up together. Step together. Go forward in the lunge and down, down and up. Be careful not to whack your knee off the floor, especially if you're on a hard surface. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Keep it nice and controlled. And again, if you're limited in space, do it on the spot. We're nearly there. Let's get 1 or 2 more reps in. 3, 2, time. And back to the floor for our squat thrust. Into position. Hands are below the shoulders. Back is straight in a plank position. And getting ready to start. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Hands are here. Core is straight. Pelvis is tucked. Bum goes in the air. Keep the legs as straight as possible. And here. 1, 2. Find the rhythm that works for you. If you find this difficult, do a mountain climber touch and out. Touch in and out. In and out. When you've got that movement then, your arms should be strong enough to take the squat thrust. Keep going. 3, 2, time. Grab a drink. Well done. We're going to change those exercises. There is no air in here this morning. So, for the second round, we're going to the floor with a press up, and then we're going to do a squat and a power stride. So the power stride is very much what we did in the warm-up, and the squat you can do with or without your weight, depending on what you have and depending on your progression and ability level. So with your press up, just while you're catching your breath, stay with me. You're going to put the hands below the shoulders and the elbows are going back the way. Off your feet, straight line here. Off your knees, tuck the pelvis, straight line there, and you're going to go forward and back up through the arms, okay? For your squat, if you have the weight, it's here at your chest. Make sure it doesn't bend you forward. So as you hold the weight and you go to the floor for your squat, you stay tall. Imagine you've got that camera on your chest and it's filming the screen in front of you or the wall in front of you. You can also put the hands towards the ceiling where it meets the wall and you're going low and up, okay? And then with the power stride, we're basically striding like this with alternate arms going out. When you are ready, let's go in to that push-up. 3, 2, 1, hands below the shoulders, straight line. Check that the bum is not here. Make the pelvis go towards the floor. Put the rest of the body towards the floor. Push up through those arms. So again, check that pelvis. Is everything moving in one movement? So we're going down and we're pushing back up. Elbows are coming into our sides, pushing back up. Core is getting tighter and tighter as we go.
hold and push. If you find that you're unable and maybe it's not powerful enough yet to do that, go to your plank, go here, hold it here, and hold it for the 40 seconds. And after a few weeks of holding this, you will find yourself stronger and able to deal with the floor exercises. And time. Bring it up into your squat. Bam, bam, bam. So again, with or without the weight. I don't have a kettlebell, so I'm going to do it without the weight today. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So again, soft knees, core is nice and engaged, back is tilted in. You're sitting back down into that squat, pushing the arms up towards the ceiling and bringing it back up to here. Squeeze the glutes at the top. So it's down and up, down and up. If you are a beginner and you find that difficult, get off the chair. Just don't let your full weight sit on the chair. Sit back onto it, push back up, let your bum touch the seat, and then go to a lower seat as you progress. Sorry, you can't really see me here, but you get the gist of it. And if you're using a weight, make sure that you're staying tall. 3, 2, 1, and 10. And we're going to finish off this round with our power stride. It's getting sweaty now, isn't it? It's short and sweet. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So for those of you who are able to do the power stride, it's same as warm up. We split, the stance, soft knees, always soft knees, and we have our hands going out and in as well. Again, keep going. If you find that difficult, you're going to step back and up and switch legs each time. So there's always an alternative exercise that you can do. Keep going, you have 10 seconds left. There's always an alternative that you can do that suits your ability, that eventually you will find yourself able to progress to what we're doing. 3, 2, 10. Grab a drink. We're going to do that again. Are we all okay? Say hi to me. I always love seeing your messages after I come up out of the shower. So we're going to do that one more time and then we'll take a break again before the third set. So again, back down to our push-up. Why are you not working? Back to our push-up, up into our squat, and then into our stride to finish. So get yourself into your position for the push-up. Again, please check straight line from the floor, whether it's your knees or your toes, to your shoulders. You cannot have bum in the air for this one, okay? In your position, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're again, 1, 2, 3, and up. Now, if again you're finding this difficult, the wee trick is go to the floor, put your full weight on the floor. Hands up, and then push up through, hold it tight, go back to the floor, push up through. So eventually you get to the point where you can go to the floor without having to put your full weight onto the floor. But it's a great trick for starting your push-ups. Hold and bring it back up. And then eventually you go to here where you can hover and push up through those arms, keeping the core really, really tight. And look again how my pelvis stays low. It is not here. If you're doing that, that's an upside down shoulder press. You don't want that. And hang. Bringing it back to the center now to your feet. And we're going to squat. Again, grab your weight if you need it. Keep that weight in front of your chest. And keep that chest tall. 3, 2, 1, and go. So you're positioning your legs on a clock, 5 to 1. Some people go 10 to 2. That's fine, as long as your knees aren't buckling when you go low and up. Stand back a wee bit for you. Low, keep the chest tall. So what I said about the camera, if you had a camera here, you'd still be able to film the wall in front of you as you go down. If the camera is suddenly facing the floor, you're not squatting correctly and you're going to hurt your lower back as well as pull something in the quads. So low and up, keep the chest tall. Or if your hands are towards the ceiling, you're reaching up as you go low, squeezing at the top. Let's get one more. Well done. Let's go to power stride. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, choose your version of the exercise. On the spot with the hands like this, fine. Better, punch out the front. 1, 2. So your fingers are going towards the wall in front of you. If you want to really advance this, go a wee bit lower, whichever you want to do. You can also remember, go back, just be very careful of the lower back, that you don't step back too far in that last 10 seconds. Let's keep going. Let me see you. I see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, time. Grab a drink. Well done. So you don't need the mat for this one, but you will need your weight or weights, okay? If you only have a kettlebell, maybe grab 2 jars of something that weigh the same, or you can do this movement without weights as well. It won't give you the same impact, but it will still, if you're doing it correctly, you'll still get the muscles engaging. So I'll show you just while you're grabbing your breath and catching your breath. Again, soft knees, very close to the camera, soft knees, soft back, everything's nice and loose, but also, and then you tuck the pelvis forward and you're controlled. You're going to lean forward, push the bum back, and start with your hands here, okay? So from this position, shoulders are strong. You're going to put out your wee fingers and you're going to push those little fingers towards the ceiling and back down. So it's a controlled movement up, controlled movement down. Keep the core tight. Make sure again that you've got a straight back. You're going up and down. No jumping, no big, don't want any big sudden movements. It's controlled. If you find that it's difficult, drop the weights and do it with just the hands. But again, you're keeping a strong arm and you're thinking about your technique. So here your chest can go towards the floor. We're going to go then into our shoulder press. We're just going to stand up out of the fly and we're going to stand again, soft knees, pelvis forward, controlled core, hands and shoulders are here, or hand weights are on the shoulder, and you're going to push up towards the ceiling, ears hitting off the arms, and bring it back to here. If you're doing it with one weight or one kettlebell, again, strong stance, push up past your nose and bring it back controlled. But we go up and down at the same speed. And we're going to finish off this round with our side skips, with or without the weights, whichever you want to do. Okay, so when you're ready, let's get in position for our fly. Again, strong back, tip it forward, bum back very, very slightly, as if you're about to do a deadlift, but you keep your chest tall. Hands are here, pinkies out, no T involved, and we go up and down. And if you're doing this correctly, you're squeezing the shoulder blades and the core is on fire for the 3rd or 4th rep. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, let's go. Position, touch, out, low, nice and controlled. Head stays neutral. Smiles always help. 1, 2. Keep that pinky going towards the ceiling or towards the walls beside you. And again, look at my arms. They're going out and back. There's none of this. Okay? We're going out and back. So it's like nice and controlled lateral movement, raising it up. We're nearly there. Last one. And time. In that position, straighten yourself up. Control that pelvis again, check that core. You can do it in this position or split your stance if you find that your back arches at the bottom. You find yourself with a real deep arch here. Keep it controlled here and you're pushing up and down. When you are ready. 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's shoulder press. Starting off here. Up and down. Go again. Up, control it down. And even if your weights are light, which these are, you still will feel it after a few reps. Keep the core tight. So check yourself now. In this situation, often we find that our bum sticks out and our belly goes loose. And that's going to hurt you. So again, tuck the pelvis, lengthen your press up, control that core, and think about your movements up and down. And you will feel that burning no matter how light your weight is. Carefully set the weights down, unless you want to hold on to them. It is Friday after all, and you're going to go into your lateral skips. So again, how much room do you have? Are you able to go a few different steps, or do you have to do it on the spot? So if you're on the spot and you have very little room, it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Otherwise, go as far as you can, Bring in the knee if you wish. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, up. There's where I'm going to go. But you can change depending on your space and your rhythm. If you're bringing the knee up, keep the chest tall. A lot of people do this and they bring themselves forward to meet the knee. You are hurting your back doing that. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. So your knee comes to meet your chest or your elbow or your hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, boom. Or just stop here. Boom. We'll get 2 more in. Last one. And stop. Grab a drink. We're going to do that again. Okay, we are. Good stuff. I hope you are. I wonder what the stand in that rain. So when you're ready, we'll do that again. Get your weights. Ready to go again now with that lateral movement. 3, 2, 1, position, strong, bum back, back straight, arms up and down. Remember to go with pinky as a guide. Keep the arms nice and controlled and breathe as you go out. Nice and slow. Now if you find that you're only able to go as far as here, drop the weight and you can still do it. Position, hold, pretend you have the weight, arms go up, hold it and low. Again, it might feel silly, but after a few reps, you'll realise that it's just as challenging and it's better than doing nothing. Out, last, let's get 1 more in. Up and down. Holding the weights, continuing into our shoulder press. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1, start in position. Let's press up and down, up and down. Keep those weights at the same height. Keep that back strong. Do not let that back arch. Check your position now. Is the bottom of your back arching? If so, split your stance and going up, push up through the core, strong and back down. Up and back down. Up, go nice and slow. You're almost there. Let's get a few more reps in. 1 more, just because it's Friday. And time, well done. Put the weights down carefully. And let's go back to our lateral skip. When you're ready, let's go straight into it. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Again, nice and light in the feet. Find your rhythm. Bum, bum, ba-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Sing along if you want. Bring the chest or the knee and the elbow together, keeping the chest tall. Be careful in that lateral movement, especially if you're on carpet. Boom. Shoulders back. Move the arms if you wish. Boom. Last 10 seconds. Come on. Let's get a few more in. Boom. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. 1 more for the crowd. Come on. That's it. Well done. So, finishing that round. Again, grab a drink. And let's get the last one done. So for this last section, I suppose, you're going to need your mat. You can do the first one off a sofa, but you're better off a hard surface. So if you have a kitchen chair or just an ordinary seat, make sure it's positioned safely because we're going to do dips to start with, okay? That's really good. So your hands are below your bum, shoulders are back, back is straight. Go to here and you're going to go down and up. The arms are going to be sore after this, I'm just warning you. So we're going down and up, okay? Going down onto the floor for our V-sit, which I'll show you when we start to do it, and then finishing off this round or this session with our squat jumps. Bum, bum, bum. So, again, I'm just going to move this seat. It's not very strong, but we'll see how we go. If you don't have a chair, maybe you're working out in the garage or whatever, you're outside in the rain, I don't know. Go with your weights again, and you're just basically going to do, we'll do a curl, okay, a bicep curl, just rather than having nothing to do. So 1, 2, so you're starting again, bum is back, shoulders are straight, back is straight, core is tight, curl it up and curl it down. Working different muscles to the chair, but it's still working the arms, so it's better than nothing, okay? So we're going to go from here to the floor for the V-sit, and then finishing off with squat jumps. So when you're ready, get yourself in position on your seat, keep that back straight, keep that core tight, and let's go. Let's start from here. Hands in here. Be careful of the shoulders now, because they will be sore after those raises. Bum to the floor, back up, core tight. Careful of the wrists here. And as I said, if this is difficult for any reason, or if you're unable to use a hard surface or a safe chair to do this safely, do your curls instead. You're nearly there, keep going. We'll have arms like Thor for tomorrow morning. Quads should be burning here now as well. 3, 2, one more, and time. Careful coming back up. Be careful when you come out of that you don't jerk yourself back onto the chair. Often people hurt their backs doing that movement. Back onto your floor now, onto your back. We're going to do our V-sit. So with the V-sit, starting off again, I'm going to show a couple of different variations. You choose which one you're doing and stick to it. Don't do what I'm doing, jumping from move to move. So we're starting flat in the back against the floor. Knees are up, elbows come to here, and then we're going to stretch out in a V and bring it back to a crunch. That's your basic V-sit. If you're able to do it and a bit more advanced, start here, go back controlled, and bring it back to here if you can. But do not attempt that unless you know you've got the back and core strength. Mostly core. That's what you think your back's working, but it's your core that's working. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So for basic move, in and out. Now, if your back begins to arch off the floor, your legs are too low. So if you're doing this, and going out to here, and your back arches, put the legs to here instead, okay? In and out. Come up a wee bit if you can, and out. But please do not pull the neck, and do not throw yourself into this move. You will hurt yourself. Keep it controlled. Do what you can do. It's not a competition. Last 10 seconds. Let's keep going. Breathe out on the way up. 3, 2, time. Bring it up onto your floor, onto your feet, and we're going to squat jump to finish the round. We're nearly there, guys. We're going to have one more after this. So squat jump. You're going down into the squat, not too low, okay? Here, and then up and down. Remembering to land always on soft knees. 3, 2, 1, let's go. So we're 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. Okay? If that's difficult, squat and go stand. Go low, stand. And then eventually up onto the toes. And you progress from there to the little jump, which will come much more naturally if you started like that. We're halfway, come on. You've got this. It's the last one. We're jumping into the weekend like this. Keep the core tight, keep the back straight. Bum goes back. 3, 2, and time. Grab a drink. We're going to do that one more time, and then I will leave you alone to start your weekend. Okay, so back to our dips, down to our V-sit, and finishing off with our squat jump. Are you ready to go? So again, while I'm getting the clock ready, get yourself positioned on your seat or in your position for your raises. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Sit in the edge, hands solid, side forward, hold, hand down. 2, 1, 2. Core is tight, back is straight, arms are burning, And as you come up and down out of this movement, the legs will also start to burn, especially the quads. So make sure your feet are directly below your knees. Some people like to extend this out to here. Unless you're doing this off a concrete chair, that's dangerous, don't do it. Okay, because your chair slips, you're on your back. So again, nice and controlled. 5 seconds. 3, 2, carefully sliding back up. Well done. Onto the floor for your reset. When you are ready, again, think, what are you going to do? Stick to it. 3, 2, 1, we're in, we're out. So think about your body, it's making a loose V here. When eventually you're able to come up to here, it's a stronger V shape, and eventually then you go out to a low or wide V and bring it back in. But if that's too much, keep the back flat on the floor, in and V, in and V. Last 10 seconds, come on, whichever one you're doing. And even if it is the basic one, you will be burning. 3, 2, time. Are you ready for our finisher? We're going to squat jump the heck out of today. So, for the last session out, this is your last one. I want you to get yourself into the rhythm. If you have music on, put it up loud. I wish I had music. I do these so much better when I've got a beat to bounce to, okay? 3, 2, 1, position, straight back, soft knees. Push up, land on those knees, nice and soft. Never lock the knees. Find your rhythm, deep breaths. Come on, you can do this. You've got it, let's go. You're already halfway. Let's go, stay up, stay up. Just think about the weekend, because we are 10 seconds away from it. Let's go. Find your rhythm, keep it going. Quads are on fire. Good, so we're mine. 3, 2, and outside. Well done, let's walk it out. So at this point, grab a drink, walk around your kitchen, and we'll cool down. Bum, 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 bum. So I hope we're all okay. Short and sweet. What's that about? Yeah, by the time we cool down now, we'll be just 45 minutes or thereabouts. So when you've got your kind of heart rate back down, keep walking, bob and weave, whatever you're doing, bring the heart down, catch your breath, and then we'll lie down on our mats and we'll stretch it out. Throw in a few extra arm stretches, simply because there's quite a lot of arm work in that session. So when you're ready, lie back, flat back on the floor, heels towards the wall, and hands up. Enjoy that. And nice deep breaths. Okay, let's bring our feet and knees together. We're going to grab the knees, and we're going to pull the knees in towards the chest, and stretch that lower back. Rock slightly side to side and allow the floor to massage out that lower back. Holding on to your left knee, extend the right heel. Again, you're going to out the way or to here, whichever you can do. Keep that back flat on the floor. Do not allow the back to arch. Keep the core tight. Slowly bring that knee back in, switch sides, and push it out nice and slow. Bring it back into the here, put feet and knees together back onto the floor. Hands are here, and you're going to let the knees fall to one side and the hands fall to the other. For a deeper stretch, lift that top leg and you'll feel that straight down into the glute. You may swear at me, that's okay, I can't hear you. And then back to here. Center again, and let gravity do its job. And allow that stretch right up into your rib cage. And bring it back to center. We're going to put our left knee onto our right ankle. We're going to put our hands through, and we're going to pull the leg back. Push the heel towards the ceiling for a deeper stretch. Boom, 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 boom. And switching sides. Carefully, always with these moves. Hands in, pull that leg back. And if you want to push the knee forward a little bit with the elbow, as long as you're not hurting yourself, go for it. Heels with the ceiling. Okay, we're going to bring it now up onto our side or onto our front. We're going to the front today. And you're going to bring the heel back towards the glute. If this is difficult, do it off your side. Push that pelvis down onto the floor. Switch sides. And push. The heart rate should be well down by now. Hands are below the shoulders. Let's push so carefully and gently up. So you're stretching like the abdominals and you're not straining the lower back here, okay? Push now the bum up into the air and back. Child's pose. Now if you want to further this stretch, put the hand over it and just down a little bit towards the floor, back to center, hand to the side, other hand on top, and lower the chest. And we'll just work down onto the side here, okay? Bringing it back to here, hands are below the shoulders, toes into the floor, thumb in the air, heels to the floor. So you've got a nice tight position here. Stretch out the back of those legs. And using the hands, walk back up. Arms back. Nice and slow. Forward. Really take your time with this today, because there was a lot of arm work in that. Push the arms forward. Lower the shoulders. Bring the left arm across and hold. Back to center, switch arms. Pull it in. Back to center. Arms out to the side, palms back. Forward, do it again. Feel that stretch right into your chest and shoulders and pecs. Back out again, last time. Hands are up high. Bend the arm back. Using the hand on this elbow, push it back. So we're doing this from the back. Keep the core tight. Switching over, nearly there. To here. And we're going to finish with one over here. And then bringing it back, lower those shoulders, roll them back. And we'll finish off with a large step back, tuck the pelvis, lower down and hold. And carefully switching sides, low, tuck, hold. Thank you very much. I hope you all have a lovely weekend. Emma will see you tomorrow morning for the Saturday stretch, and I will talk to you